There is nothing quite like the roller coaster of emotions you can expect from the lover type. One day he is with Lisa, the next he is with Diane, beckoning her with his musical abilities. We will explore the strengths and weaknesses of this character type. Hello and welcome. My name is Eva, Master's Level Professional in the field of psychology and international book coach, and I am so excited because today we are talking about the character type of the lover, the one who craves and desires intimate and passionate and affectionate love connections. Of course, these can go incredibly positive if all the stars aligned, or they have the potential to be disastrous if the stars are crossed. So this person tends to put a lot of effort and attention into their relationships in order to get their own desires for romanticism met. This might mean they do things like give gifts, shower their object of their attention with time and gifts and flowers and all the things that are associated with making another person feel good, of course. So the desire for connection is at the forefront. So the goal of the lover is to build deep, meaningful connections with other people. That is the goal of the lover. Now, they tend to fear being in situations where they will be rejected or ignored by the object of their affection. So they can tend to act out of character when they feel that their relationships are threatened. This is a major fear and potential downfall. A weakness of this character is that they typically tend to feel more intensely than other character types. There is a sensitivity to the experience of heartbreak and rejection that might serve you well in building your character or identifying these types of individuals in your real life. Now, let's go ahead and move into how you can use characters in your real life, identify them as lovers, and that will help you build your story. Now, when you start to write about the character of the lover, think of someone who in your life has romantic traits. Does this person get love right and stay with a single individual, or do they tend to spread their love around, if you know what I mean? Do they give flowers and gifts? Do they often tend to try to play matchmaker with others? Or what character traits does this person you know in your life relate to the character of loving and affection? Now, there are several different types of lovers. Now, let's go ahead and discuss three major ones. The first would be the hopeless romantic. And this is the person who is often giving gifts and doing the extra mile for the other person, making sure they have a good, warm meal, making sure they are nice and massaged, loved and cared for. This is the person that we tend to put on a pedestal as far as the love experience goes. They don't do too much, but they're extra attentive to the ones that are the objects of their affections. Okay, so this is the standard, not too much, not too little. Now, on the other hand, you have the desperate or obsessive lover. This is the person who is willing to go a little bit too far to either get the person they desire or protect the relationship with the person that they might already be involved in. This person often turns into the jealous type of individual that is willing to do harm or damage to other people if that means securing their relationship. The obsessive type. We've definitely seen them in books, films, characters, and of course in real life. The tire slashers. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the third type of lover, which is the love bomber. I'm sure you know this character as well, the one who flies into a relationship not thinking about the long term. They see someone, they like them, they go straight in, head over heels in love, only to days, weeks, or even months later realize that this relationship was incompatible and that it will never work out. So this love bomber tends to jump from relationship to relationship to relationship, in and out of a cycle of love and heartbreak, leaving a trail of destruction in their path. You might know these types for sure. So let's go ahead and move on to how we can use the people that we know in our lives and sort of the characteristics we are familiar with to build into our story. First, what you want to do is illustrate what this character might be drawn to. Are they attracted to certain characteristics or traits of another person? Is it purely physical? Do they like blonde bombshells? Do they like locks? Do they like larger people, smaller people? Typically, your lover type has a certain characteristic or trait that's desirable that they look for in other people. In life, this is why we tend to see people we know falling continuously for the same type of individual, whether that be toxic, whether that be one that they have to take care of, or one that has a certain quality or trait or physical characteristic that they find attractive. So identify what it is that the character is attracted to. Now, next, what you want to do is pay close attention to how other characters feel about the lover type. And this means, are they typically annoyed by the advances of this lover type? Are they overly cheesy? Do they have not so pleasurable pickup lines? Are they a little bit too forceful? How do the other characters feel about their advances? On the flip side, is this character incredibly charming and one that attracts the attention of other characters by doing very little? This person could have extraordinary qualities that could be masculine or excessively feminine, and just really go in and build the relationships with other people and how they feel either positively or negatively. And then finally, highlight some of the tactics of this character. How do they express their love for others? This could mean writing poems, cooking delicious meals, or perhaps they play the guitar or piano to beckon in their lovers and make them nearly irresistible to the ones that they want to draw in. Okay? So these are some things that can help you get started in developing your character of the lover. This one is really fun to work with, and if you are a lover, you certainly have a lot of inspiration to draw on if you can take a step back and look at your relationships objectively, of course. All right. So until next time, be happy and confident, speakers and writers, and be sure to take a look at some of my other videos that will help you build up the different character types that will enhance your story.